Alright guys, so I have a really funny, well, interesting story to tell you. I'm gonna wait until I get home to tell you, but it's regarding the Star Wars stage that moves, and we had a very interesting morning this morning. I'll let you know when I get home. Alrighty, so I just got home and I am starving and there's a storm coming, so I need to eat my power snack before I go for, I think I'm gonna go for a run. I need to go for a run today, but my foot is still bothering me from yesterday. Yesterday's shift actually went rather well. My friends were really awesome and like encouraging for me to get through the day. But like within the last 2 hours, I must have done something to my foot, my good foot, mind you, and it started like hurting. Now I do have plantar fasciitis, which basically means like the middle part of your foot, like right below kind of like the top part of where your foot would be, the balls of your feet. It like gets sore and the tendons can get stretched. And typically it doesn't give me an issue because I do have foot inserts and stuff like that. But anyway, my good foot, the one that has not been injured before, started hurting, and so I didn't think anything of it. I stretched it out, did everything I need to do, went to sleep, woke up, and it still bothers me every great once in a while. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. I may just do like maybe like the elliptical and like some strength training in my legs. I don't know. Anyway, story time. So today was very interesting. So apparently what happened, for those that don't know, the stage at Hollywood Studios, it's actually a moving stage. They move it in the morning. It's 3 different floats, and they do their shows or whatever, and then after the last show they pack everything up and then they move it backstage. It moves from center of the park down past Frozen towards Star Wars, and it goes backstage over there, sleeps there, and then in the morning before guests come in, it comes back out. So this morning when they were moving them out, apparently they were working on the last float that comes in. But something happened with the second one and the first one. Apparently the first one all of a sudden stopped and it wouldn't move, and then they got it to move a little farther down, and then it stopped again, and then they decided to take the second one back. The third one hadn't even come out yet. And so that's the shortened version of that story. But when I came into work at about 9 o'clock, they were like, oh, the stage is still stopped. And so I could look over from the Hyperion Theater pre-show area, and you could see, because it goes past the stairs where Frozen Hyperion Theater is, and then it goes in front of our standby line and then kind of shuffles into the middle spot. And it was like somewhere in between our standby line and where it's supposed to be. It was like in the middle there, that first one. And it was just there all by itself. And it was funny because there were managers everywhere, and the pack cast were outside like just chilling, trying to like watch it and make sure no one tried to go and jump on it or anything. Well, the rest of us were kind of like snickering because we're like, that's kind of funny that, and nothing entertaining like that ever happens at Hollywood Studios. And so finally they got it to move about an hour later, around 10 something. It was right before 10 because it was just in time for the first March of the First Order. But because they didn't have enough time to set up tape and stuff for where people would stand, she only marched to like halfway down and then had her troops march back because there was no way for the cast members to block off near the stage. So then they very quickly made the decision that they were going to bring the other 2 floats out. In the meantime, we're loading for our 10:30 show at Frozen, and so all of us are like, okay, so we're going to have to jump into gear, because typically when the floats move while there's guests in the park, there are actually the fireworks cast come and block the entire way, so that way no one goes down that way. So they have a whole team. They don't have that team for just the regular parade, the march and the stage show. So literally, I think it was like 2 from every attraction along that area. From Little Mermaid, they had the pack cast members. They had a couple from main entrance come in. the Jedi training cast, a couple from our Frozen cast, Star Tours, pretty much everyone along that whole trail, everyone pitched in, sacrificed a cast member or two to help guide and make sure that the guests didn't try to walk in front of them or anything. And it was one of those things where everyone kind of came in together to kind of like bring these two floats in with the matter of like 15 minutes. Literally, like, they told us at around 10:15 that they were going to be moving a little after 10:30. And our coordinator was like, hey, like, this position, this position, this position. As soon as the show starts, you know, you go outside and get ready to help do whatever. And I wasn't outside to help move it. I was doors, which is like the position that is in control of what's going on in the theater, kind of like coordinating, in a sense, the cast in there. So because we were sacrificing a couple of casts from inside the theater, I had to be even more on guard, so I couldn't really see what was going on. But from what I heard, it was quite interesting seeing it kind of getting passed on from area to area, to attraction, as everyone was like kind of watching it go by, making sure the guests were safe and make sure everyone else was safe. And it was pretty cool. It was one of those yay, go team moments. But stage went up, and you know, they worked on it for, I don't think they did the 10th, well, obviously they didn't do the 10th. I don't know if they did the 11 o'clock march with a stage. But I know like by 12:30 they were doing the stage show and everything was back to normal as it should have been. So that was quite interesting. Other than that, nothing else much to report. My foot is still bothering me, so I'm going to very quickly eat something, some sort of power snack, and try to get myself to get up and work out. My stomach's bothering me for some reason as well, all of a sudden. So, but anyway, that is all for now. Yeah. Oh, I've been trying to share my Fit Fierce Fabulous whatever. I don't think I shared yesterday's, obviously, because I was working my 10-hour shift. So yesterday's word for the day was positive. I choose to see the good in myself and everything around me, which I have to say, working a 10-hour shift and trying to nix the negativity was really difficult, like very, very difficult. And to the point where, because I had a lot of friends working today, I actually talked to a lot of my friends, and they were saying how we're so positive on the outside towards our guests while we're working because it's our job to project positivity, literally, word for word, it's in the cast member conduct, that it's so hard to do it backstage as well. But on the flip side, when you're negative backstage, it's hard to kind of pass the ball back on stage. You know, it's hard to kind of gather up your positiveness, you know, because like positivity produces positivity, and negativity can do the same thing as well. And it was really hard yesterday not to be negative, and I'll be honest, I wasn't positive the entire day, and there were moments where I was very negative and I should not have been. But today I tried very hard, and I think a couple of these I'm going to like take on throughout the weeks to kind of keep on and work on myself, and maybe read chapters over and over again. But today's was gorgeous. I am beautiful inside and out. And what I love, the first line is, you are a bombshell beauty, a magnificent mermaid, a smokin' hottie, and you know it. But there's a fine balance between being humble and acknowledging the fact that you are awesome and God made you special. But so anyway, I think I'm actually going to end on that because I've been talking for almost 10 minutes now. So I'm sorry that these vlogs have been more like diary entries, but to be honest, this is my diary. This is my channel. I talk about what is interesting to me and what's been happening in my life. And right now, this is what's been interested in my life. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to try and do that and trying to be positive, not beat myself up when I don't finish my to-do list, make myself a small to-do list of goals that are accomplishable. Is that a word? I don't know. And try to relax. Tomorrow is my Friday and the week is almost over. So thank you all so much for watching. Hit subscribe if you're not sick and tired of me just yet. Comment below. Tell me something awesome about you. I want to know more about you. Tell me something awesome about you. Like the video. Hit that stupid little bell icon. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.